He's become one of the most polarizing individuals in the credit space today through his ability to tie the flash of being a rapper into the substance of being a credit specialist, which is probably why he's been able to build an online following of over 3 million and counting across all platforms. Though he did not come from lowly beginnings, our guest did not let his initial situation determine his final destination. And with that mindset, that set his foundation for him to build himself into a financial and marketing mastermind. When he's not making hit single on top of hit single, he's educating millions on how to leverage credit to change their lives. And today, ladies and gentlemen, he's here to do more of the same. If you're ready for our guest today, I need y'all to start making some noise right now. Start making some noise right now. Stop making some noise right now. For the one, the only, bandmankevo. Make some noise, y'all.
Yeah. I just sold a lot of gas. Sold a lot of gas. Hey. All this money coming in got me fast paced. Niggas wait on money.
Listen, y'all.
Driving fast.
This is about to be one of them ones. Y'all can have a seat. Y'all can have a seat. Goodness, all these people standing. Bandman.
What's going on?
How you feeling, brother?
Pretty good.
Listen, I'm excited to have you on. Of course, I know who you are. I did a pretty decent job introducing you, of course, but there's some people in here who might not be familiar, so let's get them familiar. Who exactly is bandmankevo?
Rapper, entrepreneur, marketer. You know, I work undercover for a lot of labels and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people that's on social media, I do their ads and stuff, and just try to be in between everything that I do.
Got you. Obviously, we're here at the Credit Summit. You see what's going on here. All these beautiful black and brown faces from across the country here for one reason, in one building, in one weekend, to learn about how to become financially empowered. You have become a polarizing figure within the credit space, and you've taken your platform to educate so many across the country about the importance of credit. Talk a little bit about how credit has played such a huge role in your journey as an entrepreneur and as an entertainer as well.
So as with credit, I started with, like as anybody know, I got locked up back in 2016.
Right.
I got out in 2019, and really I just had credit. I didn't really have any, like not too much of money.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say if I had a $100,000 limit, I opened up 10 banking accounts. You know what I mean? Every single bank, seeing that every bank that I had a $100,000 limit. So that's 100,000, 100,000, 100,000, and I started investing into ads. Once I started investing into ads, OnlyFans came out. When OnlyFans came out, I was the first person to get on OnlyFans talking and teaching credit.
Right.
You know, OnlyFans is really known for sex, right?
Right.
But I got on there talking about credit. And that's when I started making like $600,000 a month, then it went $800,000 a month, 1.2, then 1.4 a month. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how like that started out.
I love it. Listen, man, let's dive more into that because like I said, not only are you a credit specialist, but you've made it a priority of yours, a standpoint within your content to educate as many people as possible about the importance of credit, both on the personal side and the business side. Why, right? You could just keep that information to yourself, keep all the
Because I
business to
seen
yourself.
a lot of people was, like when I got out, I was asking people what was trade lines, and I was so shocked that people didn't know what a regular trade line was.
Mm-hmm.
Then like a primary, and they didn't know anything about credit. They were just like, I just need to get rich. I just need to get some money, and I just need this. And I'm like, really? You can't get a nice car or a nice home or can't get credit cards and stuff like that without credit. Most people think it's about credit score, which is about credit history.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to educate our culture on just credit alone, especially rappers getting deals and stuff like that and running through their money when I'm telling them to just take percentages, use the percentages to actually get whatever you want and save the rest, you know.
I love it. Listen, you know, like I said, not only are you a credit specialist, you're also a marketing specialist. You've done a tremendous job of building a platform of over 3 million followers, right? You're at over 500,000 subscribers on YouTube right now, 3+ million on Instagram. The numbers are growing and growing and growing. Obviously, I'm sure there's a lot of strategy that goes behind that, right? There's a lot of method to that madness. What are some of the different things you've been able to do? Because we got some future millionaires in the building, right? If we got some future billionaires and millionaires in the building, let me hear you make some noise. We got some future millionaires in this building, right?
Yeah.
We want to be able to give them all the tips of the trade, you know, all the tools and tricks of the trade when it comes to marketing on how they can put their brand out there.
To be honest, you can't be cheap. You got to take risks. Like I didn't never think that I spend over $4 million into ads. But then, you know, you have to do a lot of studying. Like you got to study Facebook. Whatever you're going to post on, you should learn the system all the way. So if I'm posting on Instagram, I need to know every single little thing about Instagram, every algorithm, how it works, what time to post, and ads. Even if you have to get on the phone with the people and have them walk you through how to save money, how to get the most for the less. So that's what I started doing on Instagram and stuff. And I spent like 400,000 on Instagram, about 400,000 on Facebook, a few 100,000 on TikTok, and just start like doing it all at once. So if I go, also while doing ads, I learned blogs. I started reaching out to different blogs and say, how much do you charge to post this? How much do you charge to post that? I started building relationships with certain blogs. So now I got ads running, I'm doing blogs, and I'm doing certain things to go viral as well. Which, even if somebody don't like you, they will still go to your page, be nosy, and still click to figure out what do you have going on. So once they see that you're making all this money, you're really successful, let me dig more into this guy. And subscribers, like I got 21,000 subscribers paying $50 a month, do the math. You know what I mean? So every time I go viral, the number goes up. So the money goes up.
I love
whether
it.
it's good or bad.
I love it. I love it. Diving deeper into your marketing strategy, you talked a lot about ads, right? That's always something you've talked about, not just on the stage, but off the stage as well.
Yeah.
You also talked slightly, and I want to dive deeper into it, leveraging other people's audience, right? Doing things like shout-out pages, doing things like podcasts and other. Talk a little bit more about that for some of the new business owners here that want to get more eyes on their business.
So you have to do blogs. Blogs are very important. I mean, we don't really watch the news like that no more. We get our news from blogs. So your favorite blog, you might want to work out a deal with them. I do monthly deals with certain blogs. I build relationships with them. I send them gift cards, or I try to get them to learn the owners real well. That's my main goal. So that when I'm coming out with something or doing something, I need it to be posted. As far as even a podcast, if you are an entrepreneur and you want your business out, the new wave, you got to figure out what's new, because you want to be able to take over what's new. You know what I mean? Just like Instagram wasn't out, I was one of the first people on Instagram. So when you're like the first to, like, okay, just for instance, just like when OnlyFans came out, I was one of the first people on OnlyFans doing credit.
Right.
And then I took off. It could be the same thing, just catching a wave and just learning it and blowing up off of it. I mastered OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out what's the next and the next and the next play.
I love it. I love it. Let's talk about branding, right? Because marketing is your ability to message and get your business out there. Branding is, essentially what is associated with you. We see you here in person. I mean, it's hard to look at you. The ice is shining. It's blinding me where I'm sitting at right now. We're not going to get into the details about how much it costs. But listen, brother, you look like you're doing well. You look like you're doing very well, right? You're very intentional about how you brand yourself, right? Obviously, because you're an entrepreneur, but you're also an entertainer as well. I'm curious to know, how much thought do you put into if your brand hurts your business more or does it help it more? So, for example, right, do you ever think to yourself, like, all right, cool, I got the chains, I got the tattoos, I dress like this. Even though I may speak to a certain demographic, I'm also probably closing myself off to another demographic. How often do you think about that?
So that's the reason why I still do music, is because you can close yourself into straight business and only be business, right? So I do both so that I can, like, okay, for instance, if I wasn't doing music, it would be hard for you to make a blog that I would make.
Okay.
I'm always over all the music blogs, the No Jumpers, the Academics, the Say Cheeses. You know what I mean? Like the hip-hop entertainer / blogs. Now, if I was strictly just business, those owners of those companies wouldn't be too quick to post you. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I noticed that if I stay in both lanes, I can get both crowds. It's called the culture. You know what I mean? So you make more money just like that. Just imagine if Drake was doing, subscription-based sites. Subscription-based sites sell better, because I'd rather you have to come back and come back and come back and come back versus just selling one item, and then it's like people get tired of it, because right now our attention spans are real short.
Right.
So you want to always have something new coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I said, people look at blogs and they go off of blogs. So whatever the blogs say, they go off of that. So if I say I'm worth $1 billion, everybody will believe I'm worth $1 billion.
Facts.
So that's how you solidify yourself through the culture. You know what I mean? Stand in different lanes.
I love it. I love it. Once again, you manage both hats of being a business owner, but also being an entertainer. You talked about some of the pros in that it allows you to get on certain platforms that someone like myself couldn't get on, right? Yeah. What are some of the cons? What's the dark side to that a lot of people may not see?
You got to deal with a lot of negativity, like you were just saying. But, I mean, I'm used to the negativity and stuff. I feel like negativity actually brings more sales, like I said, that people probably don't know because, you know, like people be nosy and stuff like that. But, I mean, you just deal with a whole lot trying to play both sides, really.
Gotcha. So we talk marketing, we talk branding. Obviously, you know, we want to get all these followers, but, you know, we want to make sure that these followers turn to dollars, right? We got to make sure that it makes sense. You have done something that I think a lot of people who are good at marketing struggle with, which is, you know, essentially monetizing their following. And that's something I also wanted to dive into as well. And you touched on one of the platforms you've been able to do this with, which is OnlyFans, right? Now, audience, I don't know if y'all know, OnlyFans is a very interesting website that's for some very interesting content, right? But like you said, you were the first person to come on there and essentially pivot and talk about like education and credit and mindset, mentorship, and all these different things. And even still to this day, you're the only person, I believe, that's on there. I wouldn't know because I'm not on the site, but you're the only person that, you know, talks about credit and education and all these different things. Let's take a couple steps back. What is it that you saw that was like, all right, cool, I can get on Kajabi, Thinkific. I'm going to just go ahead and go on OnlyFans and put my content on there.
So I seen all the celebrities, like the top celebrities, posting, and they was making so much money. I seen like Bad Baby, she made like $50 million in 1 year.
I beg your pardon? How much?
Bad Baby made $50 million.
Like 50 million.
Yeah, 50, yeah.
God is good.
So when I seen that, I'm like, damn, like, what are they doing on here? You know what I mean? And they just taking pictures and this and that. So I knew, since I control the blogs, I said, I'm finna post education on here, and then I'm gonna submit it to all the blogs. And once I submitted it, it just went crazy. Like I said, it jumped from 400,000, 600, 800, and it kept going up.
If you don't mind me asking, just like if they're not here, how much to date have you made on OnlyFans?
7 million. Yeah.
I want to make sure your mic working. Say it one more time so I can make sure I heard you.
7 million. Yeah.
Father God. Can we make some noise for that? Goodness gracious. That's incredible. Yeah. That's incredible. Are you talking to any of your other entrepreneur or friends that are within the entertainment space? Like, yo, y'all got to get on here. I'm killing it. You know, there's more than enough for everybody else. So you kind of just.
When I try to talk to them, I try to talk to them about the blog space and what they got to do, as well as, you know, Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and blogs. It all got to be mixed together to actually make yourself bigger, because you got a lot of competition now. You know what I mean? Like I said, I started when I first got on there, so it's a little different. You got to spend more money now.
How so? When you say you have to spend more money now?
So, for instance, let's say if somebody try to get on OnlyFans and try to do what I do, they probably got to come in with $300,000 just to spend.
On just marketing and pushing themselves out there.
To actually be like, look like, oh, wow, you feel me? So, because you got a link, you could pay OnlyFans to promote you as well. But they getting paid by other people. So you got to think that you got to come in with a bigger bag to actually get them to say, okay, we'll put you first.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Moving on from that, you know, what are some of the other ways outside of OnlyFans? Because that's one of the streams of income that you have. What are some of the other ways outside of this digital platform that you've been able to monetize your following, right? You have millions of people across the board. What are some of the different ways that you've been able to do that?
So I'll be doing mentorships. We do boat events, yacht events, and stuff like that in Miami, meetups in Miami. I had a site called Kevo Connects, you know what I'm saying? So, like, all these different incomes coming in, like, sometimes it could be a week I might make $400,000, $500,000 in 1 week. You know what I mean? Just depends on how. I moved to Miami. I was staying in Atlanta. Once I moved to Miami, my whole life changes, because I started noticing that people started flying in to vacation in Miami. So I'm like, damn, like, every time somebody come in, they want to meet up. And they be like, how much you charge? I'll be like $25,000, $35,000, $50,000. It just depends on what all they want me to do. And I'm like, I might need help with this. I might need help with that. So that 50s and 20s, it was starting to feel like $5,000, $2,000. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because it's happening so much versus like a city like people really come to. So imagine if somebody coming on vacation. They come in with a nice amount of money. It's their birthday, or they come in to network or whatever. So it was really like me moving to Miami really turned me up to that.
Let's dive deeper into that, right? Because we got a wave of individuals here. Real quick, audience, shout your city or your state out, whatever it is. Shout it out right now. You originally from Chicago, correct?
Yeah.
We got Chicago folk in the building. Make some noise.
Yeah.
Got you. So let's talk about that. You just talked about, because I think that's a big thing that especially a lot of individuals in the crowd deal with, right? We talk about the importance of environment, proximity. You went from Chicago to Atlanta.
Yeah.
and then essentially from Atlanta to Florida. And once you got to Florida, that was when you were really to take your business up to the next level.
Like-
Why is the power of proximity so important?
In Chicago, it wasn't no opportunity at all. It wasn't really like no money coming in like that out there. You know what I mean? Like people weren't willing to meet you in Chicago. They like, oh, Chicago is dangerous. You know what I mean? Atlanta was a little cool. I started meeting more people, you know. But Miami, that's when I really made the bag. Like, you know, I shot past like $15 million when I went to Miami. So.
Got you. And then you also talked about from your multiple streams of income. You know, you mentioned mentorship. Mentorship is a very touchy subject in the space of business because, you know, some people talk about mentorship as a scam.
Yeah.
Right? Why do I have to pay you all this money? Why can't you just give the information for free? What are your thoughts on that?
I feel like if I put $4 million into myself and you can't put 5, 10, 20, 30,000 in yourself, I wouldn't want to talk to you anyway. Yeah. That's just on ads and stuff. You know, that's how I look at it, you know.
And I think that's a big thing too, because like you said, mentorship, essentially a cheat code, right? Because whatever you're charging them to get access to the information.
Yeah, I'm giving you all of my secrets, like walking you step by step through what I did.
Right.
So it's like if you don't believe in yourself, I don't believe in you either. So, you know.
So you're a mentor to many. Are you currently going through any mentorship right now yourself?
I probably got like 8 people.
Got you. So for you personally, how much have you invested into your own personal development and business knowledge?
About 4.8 million. Yeah.
Y'all gotta make some noise for that. Goodness gracious. Man. And of that 4.8 million that you invested, how much were you able to get back of that investment?
Like 14
million.
Well, I could say $10 million.
$10 million.
Yeah,
Got
$10
you.
million,
Got you.
Because you got to think like this. I spend $60,000 a month just on blogs, $400,000 a month right now on ads. Then what makes me don't feel so bad about it is if you Google Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and all these bigger companies, they spend $1 billion. Don't you know Coca-Cola and Pepsi?
Oh, I know them.
So why are they still spending billions of dollars into themselves to this day? That means that I'm doing something wrong, you know? So I need to go harder.
Right.
Yeah.
Diving more into that, why do you think so many new business owners struggle with the understanding of the importance of investing in themselves as much as they do?
Because they feel like they can just make a post and like, for some reason it's gonna like light up like a fire or something like that. I'm not sure. Like I don't think that they really know that the reason why these people are so big is because they spend so money into connections. The right connections could get you to the next level. Some people are real cheap. They might have the money and just want to hold on to the money, but some way you're gonna spend the money.
Gotcha.
You're gonna you might not spend it for this connection, but you're gonna end up spending it for some type of problem or something will happen where you will spend the money. So I'd rather have a good connection that can help me get to the next level. You got to stay focused as well, too.
Yeah.
A lot of people got a lot of distractions.
Okay. So now going deeper into that, you talked about how, you know, you're at a position now in your business journey. You have multiple streams of income, right?
Yeah.
I know that's also a taboo topic in the space of business, right? Some people say you should only have one business and that's it. And then there are other people like, well, you got to have this stream of income and that stream of income. How have you been able to go about, or how can we go about establishing multiple streams of income properly the way that you have?
To be honest, it just depends because like some people can't like handle too much at once. Sometimes you do have to start like one at a time. You have to master something. You know what I mean? Like you can get multiple streams of income, but first you got to be the master of one thing first.
Right.
So I wouldn't tell you to just jump to this, and then you scrambling all over the place because you still need the employees. You still need to study taxes. You still need a CPA. You need an accountant. You need all this type of stuff.
Right.
You know, so you don't want to be all over the place, really.
I want to go back to 2016.
Yeah.
That was the year where you essentially were incarcerated.
Yeah, I turned myself in.
Turned yourself in. You spent 33 months in prison. Am I correct on that?
3.5 years. I got caught with a cell phone and a laptop.
Got you. So they extended the sentence.
Yeah.
You spend this time in prison. You come out, and what's interesting about that is I think, and you probably know this as well, for a lot of individuals that get in prison, one of the toughest things is once they're out, staying out, right? Because essentially, at that point, what got them in is all they know, right? So they essentially end up reverting back to that. But for you, you got out of business and essentially just hit the ground running.
Yes. See, if you like sitting like in a cage type, and then you're just thinking about how like you feel like just going in the store is like you grateful to just walk in a store. Like I don't got no security guard following me, like, you know, telling me what to, you know. So it makes you feel like everybody is like zombie sleep. Like they not taking life serious enough.
Okay.
So that's what makes you go harder and harder and harder. Wake up early, read more books, study more. Like you might listen to music. I might listen to 2-3 hours of Grant Cardone or Robert or The Subconscious Mind or something like that. You know.
Right.
I'm gonna just really be on it more, because I feel like I wasted enough time. I wasted 3 years of my life. I need to get back. I know I'm not gonna get it back, but I feel like I need to catch up.
Right. Was there anything in particular that happened in prison that made that mindset shift for you to where you know, like, yo, once I get out of prison, there's no way I'm going back? Because I'm sure you were still connected to a lot of the individuals, you know, before.
Well, to be honest, when I started reading certain books, I started cutting people off of that was talking about old stuff like that. You know what I mean? I was just like, I gotta be like worth $100 million. Like if he can do it, I can do it. You know what I mean? So that's what I really just was on.
What are some of those different principles that, you know, you learned in your time? Because from what I understand, you've always been a natural born hustler, right?
Yeah.
Like even in prison, I heard a story about how like you would like give your cell phone to somebody for like $50 a call or things like that. What are some of those different principles that you learned in prison that you still carry in your business and your journey as an entertainer now?
I mean, I always just, you got to be on hustle mode at all times. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even like I said, when I was locked up, I became like the store man. Like, you know, I was getting, I had like 100,000 on my books or whatever. So I was just like getting lockers and lockers and lockers and upselling all my stuff for people who couldn't go to the store at this time. So I tripled my money on each thing, you know? But at the same time, it just got to be in you. And you got to put yourself around the right people that think just like you. You know, that's positive, that's always trying to come up with a new plan.
Got you. What would you say to individuals that are struggling? Because like I said, we got people from Chicago, we got people from Texas, Tennessee, all these. Where else? Mississippi in the building. Where else we got? Yeah. By a show of hands, how many people are from an environment that isn't serving the destination they're trying to go to? Put your hands up right now. Just see y'all. Damn near the whole audience, right?
Yeah.
So they're essentially at where you were at, you know, when you were trying to go to that next level. What's one actionable step that you took then that they could do when they go back?
If I can tell them what, I will say it's location. I will say, this is the reason why I would say location, because the location where I was at, it was no opportunity at all, so I had to do what I had to do. But if I can get around, like, let's say if it was Miami, it's so much opportunity, you know what I mean? And so many people, like me, I go to a gym that's $350 a month, and everybody in the gym is millionaires. You know what I mean? So literally, it's a co-ed sauna. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting in the sauna talking to millionaires, you know, all day. If I come do cardio, go back, work out, talking to a new millionaire. What you do? You know? And that could possibly turn into a situation. You know what I mean? Making myself an asset to a person. Even if I didn't have it, I will make myself an asset somehow to be able to help their business grow.
I love it.
Yeah.
As we begin to close the interview out, you know, like I said, we got some future millionaires in the building.
Yeah.
We got some future action takers in the building. We got some people that's getting ready to get to that next level.
Yeah.
Get to that bag. We got a millionaire sitting in front of them right now. If you could leave them with some closing remarks that they can take on this plane ride home, on this drive home, whatever it may be, what would that be?
I would say the number one thing you want to work on is credit. Like, to be honest, like, your credit can really change your whole life as far as, like, everything. And if you get your credit right, I know everybody be like, man, I want to just get some money, but the credit can help you get the money. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say. Like, credit is everything. That's why I'm here.
I love it.
You know?
Bandmankevo, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise for the brother one time. I'm
on the creek, my big wet like creek, count me. Scratch on the seat, everything I do, elite, count me. Know I'm lit, baby, wanna get on this dick. You know we in this bitch. Turned up, might smoke me a split, man, stop playing me. We be stretched, 2-3 every day, but I scratch.
Make some noise for Credit Hero. He brought him here. Make some noise.
All right, so we got bandmankevo, we got Mr. Precise, we got Mr. Marvin Francois. This, ladies and gentlemen, this happened because of relationships. But you know what else made this happen? An investment. Let me see, mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2, perfect. This happened because of an investment that I made in myself. I don't think y'all comprehend the importance of investing in yourself. No one, and I mean this, no one in this credit space can say, I held a conference and bandmankevo was there speaking. No one. We are the only one here.
Make some noise, make some noise. Hey, y'all,
We are
stand
the
up,
only
stand
one.
up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand
We
up,
are
stand
the
up.
only one.
Stand
So
up,
I want
make some
y'all
noise.
to get up right now. I want y'all to stand to your feet. Because I don't think y'all recognize how important it is for us to come together. When we come together, we make powerful things happen. How many of you can say, I've been in a room with a multi, how many is that? Am I 7? Multi, I think I'm at 12 now. Multi-millionaire. Not a lot of us. And it's so important that we are planted in good soil. The information, credit, can really set you financially free. It's not about, oh, I got $5,000 in my pocket, I'm going to hold on to it. Scared money makes no money. And the moment you stop investing in yourself is the moment people will stop investing in you. So before we go, big bro, you got anything you want to, I know Marvin asked you, but you got anything you want to close them out with?
Man, like I said, I feel like get your credit together and, get to the next level. Get you a mentor and, lock in with them.
Put your hands together,
clap
guys.
it up, clap
Put
it up,
your
clap
hands
it up,
together.
clap it up.
Yo, and I want y'all to put your hands together for Mr. Francois. He asked some amazing questions. So round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause.
And clap it up for your host, Mr. Precise. God did.
Y'all good, man. Yo, appreciate you, bro. Anytime, big bro. Cool.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for your time.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. Totally. All right, let's just get these babies off real quick.
Hey, 2 years ago, I was you. Look where I'm at now. You have to believe his mindset.
Mike's on,
All
right?
things are possible. 2 years ago, I was you. Now, by putting in the work, showing up, mentorship, I'm on stage about to take a picture with multi-millionaire. Can somebody say God did?
Yeah.
Who ready to execute? Say me. Who belief system is different? Say me. Who can do it? Say me. Who turn is it? Who turn is it? Let's go.